Welcome students to the fifth video lecture on vector analysis for BSc Physics first year, first semester. So far we have learned the gradient of a scalar field, divergence of a vector field, curl of a vector field. In all these three concepts, operator del is involved. If we have taken del operator and operate on scalar field, we got vector field as gradient. If we take del operator and operate on vector fields by using dot product, we got divergence. If we take del operator and operate on vector field with cross product, we got a curl. Where in the case of divergence, we got a scalar. Where in the case of curl, we got a vector field. So those are we have learned. Today, we are going to learn vector integration of vectors. So there are three types of integrations are in vector analysis. By doing vector integration, what we are going to calculate? We are going to calculate the amount of vector projection on a path or on a closed loop. We are going to calculate the amount of vector field coming out of surface area. We are going to calculate the vector coming out of a volume element. These can be calculated by using vector integration. Let us see. There are three integrations. One is line integration. Second one is surface integration. Third one is volume integration. What is line integration? The name suggests that the integration over a line. That's all. Therefore, the integration of a vector along a curved path is called a line integration. The integration of a vector along a curved path called as line integration. Let us see. I have taken a vector field A bar. In that vector field, I am taking any 2 points. Say for example, P and Q. This P and Q are joined with a curved path, joined with a curve as shown figure. You see here, this is a vector field. In this vector field, point P and point Q are joined with a curved path. On this curved path, I have taken a small dl bar element. Small dl bar element. The direction of dl bar element can be calculated with the tangent which is drawn at dl bar. This tangent, which is a red arrow here, this red arrow represents the direction of dl bar. The direction of dl bar at point R. So this PQ curve is in vector field A. There at R point, the direction of vector field is along this blue ray direction. Now you observe here, the blue ray and red ray are with an inclination angle theta. Therefore, the angle between vector field and the length dl bar is theta. The small length dl bar is theta. What is our intention? Our intention to calculate the vector projection on dl bar along a small length, that means small path, that can be calculated by using dot product. The significance of dot product is nothing but the vector's projection over another vector. Here dl bar is a vector and a bar also a vector. So apply the dot product in between a bar and dl bar, you got the vectorial projection, that is a bar dot dl bar. Our intention is to calculate that a bar dot dl bar. Therefore, the formula suggests you that a dot b that is equals to ab cos theta. In that way, a bar dot dl bar that is equals to adl cos theta. A bar dot dl bar is equals to adl cos theta, because theta is the angle between dl bar and a bar. Here I am writing dl bar in front and writing a cos theta. Say this is equation 1. This a cos theta represents the projection of vector A that is on dl bar length. But we are interested to calculate the total projection of a vector along this PQ path. Then what to do? We have to take the integration over this PQ curve from point P to Q by taking into the consideration of this dot product, equation 1, A dot dl bar. That gives us the vector integration. Here, the complete curve PQ is under the projection of a vector field A bar, that is known as vector line integration here. Therefore, the line integration from P to Q of A bar dot dl bar is equals to P to Q dl into A cos theta, because A bar dot dl bar is from equation 1 dl into A cos theta. Say this is equation 2. In this way, we calculate vector integration over a path. Just we have done here the dot product and taken the integration from point P to Q, that is nothing but the line integration. Line integration is defined as the integration of a vector field along a curved path, that is line integration. So here the integration from P to Q A bar dot dl bar is defined as the line integral of vector A along the curve PQ. What are the physical significance of this line integral? For example, a force F is acted upon a moving particle at A. The particle is moved to point B. Here, the particle is at A. We are applying external force on this particle. That particle has moved to point B. There, some work is done. Therefore, the total work done, on this point is dW, that is equals to F dot ds bar. ds is the small displacement due to when we are applying this force F. That is dW. If we wanted to calculate the total work done on the particle, that is taken as integral dW, that is equals to W, that is equals to integration F bar dot ds bar. If, for example, ds is equals to small dl, small amount of length, that is a dl. Therefore, work done equals to line integral from point A to B, F bar dot dl bar. This gives you the total work done when an external force acted upon a particle and that particle has moved from A to B. Then we use here the line integration to calculate the total work done on the particle by the force F. Here force is acted upon the particle at A and the particle is moved to point B. Particle from A to B, it moved there. Therefore, the total work done is calculated by using this line integral. Next, take electric field. Here this is electric field E bar. We know the electric potential. The work done in bringing unit positive test charge from infinite distance to a fixed point in the field is called electric potential. So, electric potential is defined in terms of work done on unit positive test charge from infinite distance to a particular point in the field. Here I am speaking about the potential difference. Potential difference is defined as the work done on a charged particle to move from one point to another point in electric field. That is the electric potential. Therefore, here electric field is represented with E bar and E bar dot dl bar. When you are taking the integration from point A to B, that gives us the electric potential. In this way, by using electric potential, by using line integral, we are calculating electric potential. Therefore, electric potential can be calculated by using line integral. Electric potential is calculated by using line integral. Therefore, line integral E bar dot dl bar gives us electric potential difference. Electric potential difference in between 2 points. Now, if line integral of any vector field is 0, if line integral of any vector field is 0, that vector field is known as conservative force field or conservative field. If the line integral of any vector field is 0, that field is known as the conservative field. The condition for conservative field is line integral F dot dl bar is equals to 0. This integration is taken over a closed path, a closed loop. These are all about the line integration. Line integration is nothing but integration over path. Integration over curved path is called line integration. The significances are, we can calculate the total work done on a particle, we can calculate it electrical potential difference in electric field, the conservative nature of a field can be verified by using line integration. Now let us go for surface integration. Here surface integration is linked with amount of flux. Amount of flux. So here the vector field coming out of a surface area along normal direction is called flux. For that, consider a simple surface S here. This is S. This is a simple surface where I am taking a small infinitesimal area element whose area is ds bar. In vector analysis or in physics, here the area is taken as vector quantity. But area's direction is along which direction? Area's direction or the direction of area is always normal to that surface. So here ds bar is there. If you draw a normal to this ds element, that gives you, this n cap gives you the direction of area element. Area element. Area vector's element is along n cap direction. So here this surface is having a vector field a bar. This surface is having a vector field a bar. The direction of a bar is along this direction. So here you observe that there is an inclination angle in between vector field and n cap. Our intention is to calculate amount of field or amount of vector quantity along desired length or desired area or desired value. So here I am speaking about surface. Therefore, we have to take the direction of surface area. So the amount of area, the amount of vector quantity or the projection of vector quantity along this area vector gives us surface integration. Therefore, this area vector is written as ds bar, that is equals to ds into n cap. Ds is the magnitude of this small elemental area and n cap is its direction. Therefore, ds into n cap is nothing but area vector here. So here the projection of a bar onto this area vector is calculated by using dot product. We have already discussed in line integral. So here the vector's projection on this normal direction is written as a bar dot ds bar, because ds bar is the vector of area, a bar is the vector of a field. Therefore, the dot product gives us the projection of vector on this normal vector. Therefore, but ds bar is here ds into n cap. So writing ds bar equals to ds into n cap here, a bar dot n cap ds. But you know the dot product formula, a dot b, that is equals to ab cos theta. So a bar dot n cap is given by a modulus of a bar into modulus of n cap into cos theta into ds is there already. This is the magnitude of area element. Therefore, magnitude of n cap is 1 because that is unit normal vector. The magnitude is always 1. Therefore, magnitude of a bar is written as a, magnitude of n cap 1 already. Therefore, a into ds cos theta. This is the value for a bar dot ds bar. This is the amount of flux coming out of this ds area element. Amount of flux coming out of this ds area element. But our intention is to calculate the total flux coming out of this total area. Yes. For that, we have to take the surface integration. We have to take surface integration. Therefore, ADS cos theta is the amount of flux of vector field across the small area element. The total flux coming out of entire surface area is calculated by taking surface integral. How we write surface integral? Just do double integral, that is called a surface integral, integration over a surface a bar dot ds bar, that is equals to double integral a bar dot n cap ds. But you know n cap ds, that is equals to a modulus of a modulus of n ds cos theta. That is already we have calculated a cos theta ds. A cos theta ds. This is nothing but surface integral. Here the surface integral represents amount of flux coming out of area element in normal direction. So if you wanted to calculate amount of a flux, you must use surface integral over area. So what are the physical significances of this surface integral? Let us see. If V bar is the velocity of any fluid, flowing fluid, then the surface integral of V bar dot n cap ds, that is the amount of a flux coming out of a volume occupied by the enclosed surface S. The volume occupied by the enclosed surface S. Second one, you see here the surface integral of E bar dot ds bar, that is equals to the total electric flux coming out of a surface S. This concept is already used by you in your intermediate second year in the derivation of Gauss law. The amount of electric flux can be calculated the surface integral of E bar dot ds bar. Let us go for volume integral. If you take volume integration over any volume with vector, that is called volume integral. Consider a closed surface in space enclosing a volume V. If A bar is a vector, then the small element of volume dV, then volume integral is taken as triple integral A dV. This is called volume integral of a vector quantity over the surface. Now let us do some numericals. The example 1, evaluate line integral A bar dot dr bar around the closed curve C defined by y equals to x square and y square equals to x. These are all the two curves. This closes a curved path with a vector field A bar, that is equals to I cap into x minus y plus j cap into x plus y. This is a two-dimensional vector field. That is why we have drawn x-axis and y-axis. This is the line represents y equals to x square. This is the curve represents y square equals to x. Now, how to do this numerical? We are asked to calculate the line integral of A bar dot dr bar. R bar equals to, you know, xi plus yj plus zk. But here the field is in two-dimensional. Therefore, R bar, that is equals to xi plus yj. Then dr bar equals to idx plus jdy. Dr bar equals to idx plus jdy, because the problem is in the field two-dimensional. Therefore, we have taken dr bar equals to idx plus jdy. The field is given here. Therefore, line integral A bar dot dl bar or dr bar, here that is written as I into x minus I cap into x minus y plus j cap into x plus y dot idx plus jdy. Idx plus jdy is taken because this is in two-dimensional plane. Therefore, position vector r bar equals to xi plus yj. Therefore, dr equals to idx plus jdy. You just perform dot product here. I dot I equals to 1, x minus y into dx plus j dot j equals to 1, x plus y into dy. How to calculate this integration? First path, y equals to x square curve you take. In that y equals to x square curve, the value y is replaced with x square in the integral function. Therefore, y is replaced with x square. Y is replaced with x square within the limits 0 to 1, because this path is along from 0 to 1. Therefore, the limits are written as 0 to 1 and substituting y equals to x square. This is along first curve. Next, go for the second curve. There here from 1 to 0. We are coming from 1 to 0 and the x value is replaced with y square. Here y equals to x square in the first one, y equals to x square, but here you see x plus y dy is there. Dy should be replaced with, taking y equals to x square, differentiate this, dy equals to 2x dx. So dy is replaced with or substituted with 2x dx. 2x dx. Next, second path, along second path, here the x value should be y square. Therefore, x is equals to y square. You have to substitute wherever the x, the value will be y square. Therefore, here x, therefore y square minus 5. Here this is dx. Dx term can be calculated. X equals to y square, dx equals to 2y dy. That is replaced here, 2y dy. Plus, here x, that is equals to y square plus y, dy is there, therefore dy. Next, you have to perform integration, all these four terms. So first see here, integration of x dx, integration of x dx, that is x square by 2. Next, x square dx, that is x cube by 3, within the limits 0 to 1. Next, go second term. This is x multiplied with 2x. You take 2 out, x square. That means x square's integration is x cube by 3. Here x square into x, therefore x cube, integration of x cube is x to the power of 4 by 4. 2 is written here and the limits are 0 to 1. Coming to the third term here, y square into 2y, 2 take out, y cube, that integration of y cube is y to the power of 4 by 4. Coming to this, minus y into y, that is minus y square, integration of minus y square, that is minus y cube by 3. It is multiplied with 2 because here 2 is there. Next, to go for the last term, y square integration is y cube by 3 plus y square by 2, limits 1 to 0. Just to substitute all the values, limits here, and do simple addition and subtraction. After you get 2 by 3. Whenever two curves are given to calculate the line integral, then what you have to do is, first you observe where the path is. There you have to substitute the respective functional values. And if wherever dx, dy is there, you differentiate that and substitute, and you have to take the entire term in a single variable term along one path. Next curve, there also we have done the same procedure. Single variable, y square only here. All y terms are there. In this first term, only x terms are there. Then apply the limits, perform the integration, calculate, you get the answer. Next, go for the second example. Evaluate the line integral of a function f bar that is equals to 6xi plus 4yj between the points 0, 0 and 2, 2 in xy plane. Here he's in the problem specified xy plane, therefore there is no z term at all. That is why the line integral of f dot dl bar within the limits 0, 0 to 2, 2. Here I am taking the point p to q, that is written as f of fx dx plus fy dy plus fz dz, but there is no z component, therefore fz will be 0. This term is 0. Therefore f bar dot dl bar, that is equals to p to q fx dx plus fy dy. Here dx is position vector. In the earlier case we have seen dxi plus dyj, so therefore dx is dx, therefore fx value is 6x here, 6x dx plus fy value will be 4y dy, and the limits 0, 0 to 2, 2. Next, you integrate here 6x, integration of 6x, that is equals to x square by 2 into 6, therefore 3x square. Here you take only x value from 0 to 2, therefore applying limits 0 to 2, plus 4y, the integration of y square by 2, this 2 to cancel, then you remained 2y square within the limits 0 to 2. You just substitute the limits, simple substitution, therefore you got 3 into 2 square, that is 4, 4 into 3, 12, 2 into 4, that is 8, 12 plus 8, that is 20. In this way we have calculated the line integral of given vectorial functions. Now time for assignment. Assignment of today's lecture is write a short note on line integration of vector fields, and second one is briefly explain the integration of vectors with examples. For this question you have to write all the three integrations of vectors: line integrals, surface integral, and volume integral. Line integral means the integration along a curved path or path. Surface, over surface you are doing integration, that is called surface integration. Surface integration gives you amount of flux coming out of the area element. That's all for right now. Thank you.